What that does is it communicates to our brains that, oh, okay, this guy, he's one of us and he's cool and we want him in the puss. Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica Jane. I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, Jessica, what are some body language rules we should all follow? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, because I very rarely talk about body language, but when I do, it's because it's absolutely necessary when it comes to getting and keeping the women you want. And to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear these quick little tidbits that'll up your game with the women you want, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. Okay, so body language and moving things forward is actually day 4 of my 5-day attraction training series, which you can get access to right here. And the reason it's day 4 is because body language and touch should be used to amplify what a woman already feels between the connection and chemistry phase. And that's day 2 of my entire training series. Obviously, day 1 starts with approaching. So today I'm going to give you 3 quick little tidbits on how you can get women feeling that much more into you and that much more desperate to have you in the puss in ways that don't creep us out or make you feel uncomfortable in doing so. So the first one is mimic and mirror. Now, I went over the entire science and psychology behind what mimicking and mirroring does to a woman's brain, but I'm just going to give you the short and condensed version right now. Mimicking and mirroring is basically when you do the same gestures she does. Like if she gets really low and starts talking like this, then you get really low and start talking like this. Or if you notice that she's talking with her hands a lot, then you respond with talking with your hands a lot. What that does is it signals to our brain that we are in communal company. Basically, in the caveman days, how we decipher who was a warring tribe or cool with us was if they spoke the same language or had the same gestures and shit. So basically, if you start gesturing and shit the way she does, what that does is it communicates to our brains that, oh, okay, this guy, he's one of us and he's cool and we want him in the puss. It'll immediately disarm her defenses and get her feeling warmed up to you and comfortable with having you in our personal space. Because again, you're like us, you're safe. And getting women to feel safe when we normally are on guard when it comes to men who are complete strangers is the #1 thing that'll get you feeling comfortable about moving things forward, because you'll be able to feel it from us. While I always say emotions and feelings are contagious, they're also reciprocal. So if you feel good and confident about mimicking and mirroring, now we will feel good about you. We will feel even more trusting of you. We'll feel that much more comfortable with you. And then you in turn will now feel more comfortable with us, which will get you feeling better to do number 2, which is touching on high notes. So you've probably heard me mention this before, this concept of touching on high notes. And what I mean by that is touch in moments where there is a connection between the two of you, like, oh my God, you're from Jersey, I'm from Jersey, wow. Or when we're both laughing, like, ah ha 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 ha, touch, ah ha ha ha. What that does, again, it signals to our brain that, oh look, we feel good about this guy. And then when you touch us, it activates even more receptors in our brain that associate that positive feeling with you. The more receptors you can light up in our brain, the more you're literally turning us on to you. And I go over how to create those connections, how to amplify those connections into chemistry, and how to get her laughing and flirting with you, not at you. I mean, not laughing at you, but laughing and flirting with you. These are days 2 and days 3 of my 5-day training series. And I go over everything step by step. Again, the entire science and psychology behind it and how to execute. And like I said, if you haven't jumped on board yet, click on this link right here, or the pinned comment that I will pin for you, or the link in the description. Because again, it is all about seducing us in our biggest erogenous zone, which is our brain. And the more you can activate receptors in our brain, the more receptors you're turning on, the more we will be turned on to you. It's just, you Google this shit. I'm not making it up. But again, number 2 will only feel good and comfortable if you first do number 1. And if you do number 1 and number 2, number 3 will be a piece of cake. And that's getting comfortable in our personal intimate space. Like this lady here. She wants kisses, she wants kisses. Can we do kisses later? Let me get through number 3. Now, I'm gonna throw up this diagram right now, which highlights public space, social space, personal space, and intimate space. So if you're utilizing 1 and 2 effectively, and if you are approaching in a way that gets her instantly intrigued by you, instantly interested, if you're creating those connections, if you're amplifying it into chemistry. If you're laughing and flirting one another, you then have no problem utilizing number 1 and 2. And chances are, at this point, you are already in our personal space. I had a client describe it to me like everybody outside arm's length is social and strangers, and everybody inside arm's length is personal and intimate. I say anything elbow in, that's intimate space. And that's the space we're aiming for. And that's the space we'll want you in after you do all these things step by step correctly in a way that gets us engaged and comfortable and connected to you. But again, this is about getting you guys feeling comfortable doing it, getting you guys excited. Because like I said, chemistry is not one substance enacting on another to create all these things in said other substance. Chemistry is reciprocal. It's reactions, reacting to one another. So when you're able to take that first step that will get women feeling intrigued, interested, connected, excited, you in turn will also feel intrigued, interested, connected, and excited. And then that momentum will build and build so that the both of you together are now moving things forward. And this is exactly what I detail in my 5-day attraction training series, is how to get that reciprocal reactive momentum when it comes to getting women wanting you, where this is now just a permanent part of your personality that you are exuding by the way you walk and talk. So like I said, if you haven't jumped on board yet, maybe approaching, connecting, flirting, touching, moving things forward isn't your forte, getting this stuff on autopilot isn't quite yet there yet, click on the link in description or click in this link right here. And I promise in 5 days, you will have it down and you will see a world of difference just by how women are responding to you. And that in turn is going to, again, cyclically make you feel that much better to keep going, keep at it, where women are now approaching you. I had a client yesterday, bless him, he has almost no experience whatsoever with women. And he was like, Jessica, I don't know what to make of this. Did this woman ask me out? And he sent me a conversation, the text screenshot. And I was like, yes, that woman is quite clearly asking you out. And he's like, I don't get it, I didn't do anything. But this is just what happened. Your attitude about yourself is then going to be contagious in shaping women's attitudes about you, in shaping how women respond to you or how women act towards you, where they're the ones now taking the first step. And it's up to you to react or not. And that's what it means to have options. That's what it means to open doors. And that's what it means to have that walk and talk personality where you don't have to try anymore. So again, if you haven't yet jumped on board, do so now while you still can. It is a 5-day training series where every day you get one video, because I'm not gonna let you guys try to like jump around and shit. It is all part of my entire system on what creates these emotionally heightened feelings in women that will get you feeling them as well. Sorry, check it out right now. I don't have like a, super easy link for it. You're gonna have to check the description. But either way, get comfortable with these 3 body language rules and let me know how it goes. I love hearing back from you guys, even if it's taken some time, especially if it happens instantly. I always wanna know. And thanks for watching as always, guys. I'll see you next time.